Hello, my botanist. So today we are going to be observing our plant again, and I was so excited to see that mine had started to sprout and grow. Okay, so for this, you're going to need your plant observation journal, your plant, and your ruler that I sent home. Okay, so let's take a look and open up our book. I know that on Friday we did day 4. Oop, I need to go back and color my picture. On Friday was day 4, so Saturday was day 5. Sunday was day 6. So today is day 7 in our plant observation journal. So let's go ahead and write that number 7 down. Okay. And we're going to draw a picture of what our plant looks like today and write about it. So since mine has sprouted up, I'm going to move my plant journal out of the way and I'm going to measure it first. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my ruler. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the centimeter side, guys, okay? It says cm and mm. The mm stands for millimeters. It takes 10 little millimeters to make 1 centimeter, okay? Make sure you are not on the inch side. Let me show you underneath. We're not using the inch side. We're using that centimeter side, okay? And we want to line up the bottom of our plant with that line right there, the bottom. So I'm going to push it down slightly into my soil. Turn mine so you guys can kind of see that the top of my plant is right near the 5. So my plant is about 5 centimeters long. Okay, and I noticed that my other plant, this is my first plant. Let's help that focus. And you guys, if you look over here, you can see my other plants getting ready to pop up too. So I'm going to call this one plant A, and I'm going to call this one plant B, since both of those are going to be in there. I actually have 2 plants growing. Hopefully you guys are getting at least 1 today. All right, so I'm going to write about it first. Plant A is about 5, I'm going to put cm for centimeters, 5 centimeters long. Plant B is starting to sprout. Remember, it germinates under the ground, and the sprout is what comes up out of the dirt. Okay, plant A is about 5 centimeters long. Plant B is starting to sprout. I am giving them water, air, and sunlight. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm giving them all 3. I've got them outside, so they're getting the air and the sunlight outside, and they're also getting water from me watering them, okay? So then I want to draw my picture. Now, when I saw Nathan's plant the other night, he had set it inside of a cup, and I thought that was a pretty neat little thing to do to kind of make sure that the air is circulating around and stuff. So I did that, and I thought this was pretty neat. When I went, I just found one of these, a plastic solo cup, and I set my plant down in it, and that the water, you can see the extra water ran off inside of there, and I have some condensation on the outside of my pot. But what I thought was pretty neat is, look at this, guys. The roots of plant B that isn't quite sprouted yet, but his roots are starting to grow out of the bottom of the cup, and I'm making a big old mess here, but that's okay. Isn't that pretty cool? So I'm going to have to plant these probably in a bigger cup soon. Let me get my dirt off of this. Okay, so I want to draw a picture of that. All right, I want to make sure that I'm drawing what I'm seeing. I'm going to show this guy kind of starting to sprout up a little bit, and this plant A, is really getting up out of that cup. Okay, so I want to draw my cup. All right. And I'm going to have this guy's roots coming out. And you can see, remember, he's just starting. Remember, the bean's not there anymore. It's all these roots that are starting to grow down. Lots of little roots attached to that stem that's not quite come up out of the dirt yet. All right, it's kind of curved over still, and that little bean is still attached to it. This one, though, I know that it's got lots of roots underneath that soil attached to that stem, and it's actually grown up. It still has that bean attached to it. That part will fall off soon. Remember, we talked about how that part was what was feeding it in the beginning. It was going to get that food from that. So there's those parts of the bean and that flower. All right, I'll have to fix these to make them look more like bean seeds, guys. You know, Miss McClellan's not that great artist, okay? There we go. Better looking more like beans. All right, and then that leaf starting to grow out of it. All right. Not the best picture, but that's okay. I'm not grading you guys on your pictures, just that you're doing your work. Remember, I never grade you on your artwork, just whether or not you try your best. This is why I always say we need to make sure that we are using our pencils. There, a little bit better. Okay, and I'll go back and color that. All right, my scientific botanists, I certainly hope that you guys, that your plant's starting to grow a little bit, and I can't wait to see them. I will be on Zoom at 10 a.m. and again at 7.